gargoyle of the Front Row Fanatics, and you're watching my two good friends on Top Rope Reality.
Hello, buddy, and welcome back for this big Elimination Chamber weekend.
That's true.
And we are going to start off with some ringside news on episode 154 of Top Rope Reality. I'm Mike Hogan.
I'm just a cat.
Let's start off with hell has frozen over, folks.
That's true.
It is frozen over. As J.E.
Double
J.A.
double
E.
double T.
is going into the WWE Hall of Fame. I cannot believe it. No,
Ain't I great?
the world is shocked.
Slap nuts.
They thought it was a rib. They wasn't sure that it can't happen. Vince hates Jeff Jarrett. How can he ever go into the WWE Hall of Fame?
Apparently, Triple H's words speak volumes.
Of course it does.
Because, from what I'm reading, it was Triple H's call.
I believe it too.
And, I mean, it might have been like, hey, so we want to put you in the Hall of Fame, and we're going to hire your buddy since you've now left the other company and get Jeremy Borash over here. It just seems like such a coinky-dink.
Yeah.
That both those things happen at the same time.
That is true.
Weird.
And could Jeff be a part of Hunter's team?
I mean, think about it. The WWE today would not be what we have if it wasn't for Jeff Jarrett. Think about that.
That's true.
You're AJ Styles.
Yes.
You're Bobby Roode.
Yes.
You're Samoa Joe.
Yes.
You're Eric Young.
Yes.
I mean, there's a whole list.
That is true.
There's more than just that.
No, that's true.
I mean, Selena Vega came from TNA.
Mm-hmm.
One of the female trainers in NXT came from TNA. Because she teamed with Selena Vega. I mean, there is literally an entire list of people that work for the WWE now that at one time or another came through TNA. I mean, it just blows my mind that if you really think about it, Jeff Jarrett has kind of paved the way for so many people, and maybe that could be an open door for him to come and be a part of the WWE.
Yeah, I mean, right, I mean, his track record isn't great for running a company, but hey, being part of a company of mine like his, I don't see why not.
Right. Maybe him not running the ship, him being part of the crew.
Yeah.
But he doesn't have to run a ship, and maybe that takes the pressure off of him.
Yeah.
Because there is a lot of pressure when you're running the whole ship. And he doesn't have to be the captain. He could be a co-captain, you know? He could be right there with Triple H and not have to make every decision. But he has a good mind for the business.
Yeah.
Whether people want to admit it or not, TNA has lasted this long for a reason.
Yeah.
And Jeff Jarrett is a big reason for that. It may not be, the biggest organization in the world, but at the same time...
It lasted longer than WCW.
It really did.
And who can say that? Who would have thought you said that?
Right. Not nobody.
So. But let's go on to some more news. A former WWE star reportedly agrees to terms to return.
I haven't read this yet. Where has this been?
Bobby Lashley, as they're reporting, Bobby Lashley has signed, so...
Could he be an elimination?
No.
No.
Maybe tomorrow night on Raw when Brock Lesnar's there to confront the winner of the Elimination Chamber. Roman Reigns.
Or does he just show up the night after WrestleMania to start him and Brock?
Could be.
Or does Brock leave to go to the UFC? What they've been talking about.
Whatever.
Who cares?
I read a disturbing thing that I didn't put on here, but I did read it, that Seth lasted longer on Raw Monday night in that match. Gauntlet match. Than Brock has his whole time last year.
Combined all his times together.
All his times in the matches. Yes.
Wow.
I think it was like 51 minutes total for Brock, and Seth was 65 minutes.
I mean, and that was a totally different way of doing
it. I loved it. I had no problem with it.
I thought it was just going to be boom, boom, boom.
I did too.
Match is over.
I'm glad
they actually gave them decent amount of times for each match in the gauntlet.
Yes. Because him and Roman almost went the first hour.
Really?
Yes.
And think about this, okay? So Seth beat Roman.
Yes.
Then Seth beat Cena.
Yes.
Then who beat Seth?
Elias beat.
Exactly.
Yes.
So it goes back to the Jericho thing with Seth. Who could say they beat Roman and John Cena the same night?
Nobody.
Exactly. But who can say they beat the guy that beat both of them? Elias.
That's true.
If you think about it.
That's true.
That's pretty big too.
That's true. That's true, yeah.
So, I mean, that's a big thing for Seth, but it's still, we do not know the direction that they're going in for Seth Rollins. I'm worried about that, but they're saying that, you know, they're thinking, their lines of thinking here is, this is a rumor.
We may be getting to where they're going to do with Seth.
We might. But the rumors that I've heard is Roman turning heel so Seth looked good in that match so he could be a big face for Roman to deal with. I don't know if they're really going to turn Roman heel. I don't see that with the Cena thing.
Yeah.
They're going to go the same route with Roman Reigns.
And that's the problem right there.
It is a problem. But
It is their problem.
I just wonder what they're going to do with Seth, because with that big of a showing right there, they need to have something for him at WrestleMania.
That is true. I have no clue.
There's so many people on that roster and not enough room on the show because they got to have all the sponsorships and the music and this and that and the other. That's the problem nowadays. You used to be able to watch WrestleMania 3, 4, 5, all of them, and they had 15 matches on there, and you got everybody on the whole card.
Exactly. They may not last very long, but they're on the card, and it seemed like it was long. So.
Right. At least you had everybody representing.
Yes, that is true.
It's just not the same anymore.
Well, up next, let's talk about the multiple Impact talents reportedly not paid for recent TV time. But okay, now I thought they did away with that.
But Ed Norham, which we like to call, what's his face? The Pizza Hut guy.
Yes. I can't think of his name right now.
Can't think of his name. Jim Herd.
That's it, Jim.
We like to call him Jim Herd. So Jim Herd has reported that he has replied to the report, and his reply was that there was an issue before to where people were getting paid from the other management
Yes.
when the show aired. So you may have done 12 episodes, so it'll be 12 weeks before you get the last pay. He said, if we do 12 episodes in January, then by mid-February, you have the money for that show. He said, so no one's behind on pay.
We'll see.
He said, so he doesn't know where this is coming from. He said, now when we moved our offices to Canada...
Then he started, hey, listen to all the excuses, okay?
We moved our offices to Canada.
That slowed the payment.
And it slowed the payment down. And he said in December, it slowed the payment down because of Christmas.
Exactly. So
we're working out the kinks here, people.
So the payments are slow, which means people aren't getting paid, which means people are not reportedly getting paid the recent tapings, which is true.
But
that is true.
They're still getting paid according to him. So.
But not yet, because everything's behind. So they're not getting paid.
If you read between the lines, it does sound like excuses.
Yes, it does. They're not getting paid. Well, they're not getting paid because we moved. And they're not getting paid because the Christmas.
Well, he didn't say they didn't get paid. He said it slowed down the process. I'm just reporting what it said.
In other words, top dogs got paid. Lower tier people, you still looking for a check.
Got lost in the mail.
Yes. Between the move from America to Canada. So, yes.
Which really, what was the point in moving your offices to Canada if you're still filming the Impact Zone in Florida? Does that make any sense to anybody?
It does not make
anybody
any sense.
out there in the internet world on YouTube and Facebook, does it make any sense to move to Canada to use Canadian referees because it's cheaper and they get a tax break, and to get all this different talent, and to use Don Callis, who's in Canada, and to use this and that and the other, who are all in Canada. But we're still going to film at the Impact Zone in Florida, which is way down south.
Yes.
Why? Just film in Canada. Shouldn't you get a tax break for filming in Canada?
I know. Pay those people to show up again like you did for Bound for Glory.
I mean, honestly, what was the point in losing all of your American referees? You lost all of them because you were going to Canada. Oh, but we're going to film in the Impact Zone. Then why did you let them go?
No. This just doesn't make any sense. Like, we're saving money, but we're spending more money traveling back to Florida.
Right. All these people in Canada have to fly all the way down to Florida. That sounds expensive.
Go through customs and all that. And what if they can't make it through customs?
That sounds expensive.
It does. That's why the checks are late for the talent.
Right. We have to pay the airlines, guys.
We got WWE Rumors here, man. Don't know right now, but it's probably going to be, like we talked about earlier, plans for AJ Styles and Seth Rollins after WrestleMania to switch brands.
Good.
Don't like it.
Good.
Don't like it.
Good.
Don't like
Good.
it at all. AJ will be buried on Raw.
Nah, he'll join Finn Balor in the club. We'll have a faction.
There's talk of Finn Balor in the club going to SmackDown.
And they might.
So that makes a lot of sense. So just put AJ over here.
Sure.
Put Seth over here.
Sure.
Seth to shine on SmackDown. AJ be buried because Roman's the main guy on.
Absolutely.
So yeah.
Or do they do the whole Roman being a heel and AJ being the main face on the Raw?
New talent
I don't know.
Take out, so make Roman look good. That's all they're gonna do. So.
Right, but either way, it does. We need to freshen up the brands anyway. So people do need to move around. Can't all stay the same. Can't all stay in the same brand.
You're right about that.
Can't just move Kurt Hawkins around every time. Okay.
And Zack Ryder.
And Zack Ryder. I mean, if anything,
and
just put them back together.
Rhino.
Yeah, can't just move all those guys around every time.
And break up Titus. Oh, excuse me, that's later on tonight.
That is going to be tonight, ladies and gentlemen. That's right.
We got 2 more rumor names going to the Hall of Fame: Kid Rock and Bam Bam Bigelow.
Celebrity and the dead person.
Yes, there you go.
You got to have one of each every time. Eventually, they seem like they're going to run out of celebrities, unless they're going to put on every person who was a celebrity GM. Every one of them. I guess we'll get Bob Barker next year.
Yeah. Better hurry up on him, though.
Well, I'm telling you, you better get quick on it now.
Because a lot of those they can't do anymore. They are dead. They've fallen in the dead category.
That's true.
That's celebrity category.
Yeah, then you combine two together, and then that's just...
I like your name about Eric Bischoff. I would like Eric to go.
I mean, it would make sense. You got Jeff Jarrett, who was the WCW person, too.
Yeah.
And you got Goldberg.
Yep.
And then you put Eric Bischoff in there. And are we not down south? Come on, people! Remember when they at one point said that each Hall of Fame year that it would go along with the area they were in the country?
Used to do that, but they don't do anything anymore.
I mean, like, as in Goldberg should have went when they were in Atlanta. But, you know, whatever.
Okay, now we're going to speculate a little bit, folks, like everybody speculates. We're going to speculate on what happens with Johnny Gargano after his recent loss on his career title match.
He'll be back. He'll be back.
Sure.
In time for WrestleMania weekend.
So not 205 Live?
He better not. Well, he wouldn't be part of the tournament, so what's the point?
No, they got to wait for that, yeah.
See?
But they did have a match this past week.
Who got
wasn't part of the tournament, so...
Well, that's great.
That
but if anything, I'd want him part of the tournament and win the tournament.
That's true.
But he's got to finish up with Ciampa.
Yes.
So we need...
Ciampa needs to get in the ring so he can come in and interfere.
Absolutely.
Jump that guardrail, but right now it's just status quo.
Is he still coming out with crutch?
He is. He used the crutch to beat him.
We'll see.
One thing I didn't like, which I wish would have happened, Cien Almas would have tapped.
Not Armando Estrada.
I know.
Almost
would have tapped. He didn't ever tap out to the move.
What was the referee distracted?
The referee was knocked out. The referee was down and out.
Gotcha. Did you see where he had to sign his resignation and the referee was apologizing and everything?
Yes. Well, he was down and out, and Ciampa got in the ring when he had almost in the movie does here and hit him with the crutch. I said, but he should have tapped. He should at least tap to have the tap thing. But
have the tap, so at least it looks like he could have won that. Yeah.
Yes.
But I think he'll be back, and we'll have Gargano, and it may be a non-sanctioned match, ladies and gentlemen, because he's not part of the company.
No, he's
no longer part of NXT, but we have Ciampa, who is part of NXT.
He needs to cause Ciampa some trouble.
Exactly. And so Ciampa gets pissed. He's like, I want a cap! You know?
Yes.
So you get Ciampa and you get Gargano, non-sanctioned match, WrestleMania weekend, NXT.
It writes itself.
It really does.
Because you got almost defend the title against...
Who we got?
I think Aleister Black.
Really? But they haven't announced that, have they?
Don't think they have.
Oh.
You reach some little head time and sometimes it mixes together.
Speaking of NXT, though, did you see their recent house show in Canada?
I might have.
Oh, Ricochet versus Buddy Murphy?
No, I
wow.
didn't. Nope, didn't see that.
I'd like to see that match. Buddy Murphy really showed me a lot. I just recently, the other day, watched the 205 Live show with him on it. Wow.
Well, if you watched that one, then you saw they had an extra match in there.
Yes, I know they had an extra match in there. It has nothing to do with Gargano. But what I'm saying is...
You got your luchas together still.
Of course, absolutely. They need to. They have to. They have to do that. The only other thing would be put Sin Cara in there, and they hate him, apparently.
Now they did, they'd fire us, but then...
I mean, get it over with. But all I'm saying is, just Buddy Murphy really shocked me. I didn't know he could do all that stuff, you know, and he really shined. And I was like, because they were talking about recently on the Total Divas about, you know, what if they get rid of him? What if they don't if they don't renew his contract, then he has to go back to Australia and stuff like that. And then what happens with him and Alexa Bliss? So apparently they're finally going to pull the trigger on using him. I thought he did very well in that match.
Well, you know what? There was rumors supposed to be Leo Rush in that spot, so
again,
Leo Rush's bad luck is Buddy Murphy's good luck,
which is fine with me.
Yeah, I mean, hey.
He went from he went from having to lose 20 pounds to get in there, which got him at 204, and then the day before he wrestled, he was 200. Like,
I still think what's going to happen what we talked about. I believe it's going to happen that way.
Oh yes, of course. Which is a good thing. Mm-hmm. But yes, I think that's what's going to happen with Gargano. I don't think he's going to go 205 Live.
No. I mean, it would be interesting to throw him in there. You're thinking, okay, he's done, and then he pops back up on NXT.
Right.
But I mean, they're bleeding it out because he's got to do all this, finisher.
Yes, finisher obligations. Because they're doing mixed tag matches as the main event of the house shows. Because that was the house show match that Ricochet and Buddy Murphy also had.
So come on and see him because he's gotta be gone.
Right, which that was really cool about Buddy Murphy and Ricochet too, because they raised each other's hands and everything, showed respect and all this kind of stuff. So I could see Ricochet being on 205 Live real soon. Which, hey, and I'm okay with that if it is true that Triple H is taking over 205 Live.
I think it is.
And we're getting like a new vibe for 205 Live. If they change the status quo of how 205 was run, then some of these guys I'm okay with going on the show. I still don't think Aleister Black needs to go on there. But they do make a big deal about him being 205.
No, he doesn't. No.
It's 205.
Well, I mean, being 205, he still can fit out better on SmackDown or Raw.
Oh,
he doesn't need to
absolutely.
be on 205. No.
Absolutely.
And some of the skinny or 205 or less British dudes be good.
Yes, I mean they've added some of the British guys into the tournament, which is very nice. I like that. I just wish they would have a UK show, but that's just me.
In due time.
I guess.
Well, that's today is Ric Flair's 69th birthday.
69th birthday. I hear that's his favorite number.
That's what I heard too.
Hey,
that's what got him in a lot of trouble. Woo!
10,000 women.
Woo! And yesterday, which was amazing.
Which, if you're watching this is Sunday,
the 25th.
So the Saturday, the 24th.
Yes.
4 years ago.
The WWE Network launched.
Is that not insane? It seems like just yesterday.
It does. It feels like just yesterday.
They've been taking my $10 every month for 4 years.
Don't add that up, folks.
No, because they got a lot of my money.
But still, it's only 2 pay-per-views a year, so instead of spending that much every pay-per-view, so I think you come out pretty good.
You definitely come out pretty good. I wish they would make it to where you could pay it all at one time. Just get it over with. One time a year.
I know.
That would work.
I thought they had that on there.
I don't think they do.
I think they won't take the money as much as they get. Well, let's switch over on this last part here to Countdowns makes a return back to Top Row Reality. We got 10 mistakes WWE better not make before WrestleMania 34.
You better not do it.
And tonight we'll start the tell if they're going to make the mistakes, and then Fastlane will be part 2 if they make mistakes or not. So.
Right. Number 10 is giving up on Bobby Roode's U.S. title reign.
No, it needs to be, I think it's going to be the triple threat at WrestleMania, so Roode should hold on the title at Fastlane against Orton. Yes.
And then
Jinder Mahal
interfering, and you get triple threat at WrestleMania, which is totally fine with me. As long as Mahal has a match at WrestleMania.
A lot of people were thinking, Jinder and Roode at Fastlane. Yes, at Fastlane, and then the triple threat, or Roode and Orton at WrestleMania.
But no, you need Jinder to interfere at Fastlane. He's the heel. You need him to interfere. So you need the two faces, really, to face each other to make it a triple threat match. And like I said, Jinder Mahal, if you're going to show...
Daniel believes he should have been in the match, and Shane believes Orton should be in the match, and Shane won out, so...
Because they are always fighting each other. But anyway, what I'm saying is, if you want to truly show that you're still pushing Jinder Mahal, that you still look at him as a viable, top-tier talent, he has to be in a match at WrestleMania. Point blank period. And it has to be a meaningful match. So this is the way to go about it.
Yes, because not, yes.
If not, then it's like, well, that was an experiment that they feel it failed. So you have to put him in a match.
Only for the push to India is all we used him for.
Right. And if you show that, then people are going to give up on the idea of anything could happen in WWE.
Yes.
Because I mean, I wouldn't mind if Mahal won at WrestleMania. That would cement them saying, yes, we look at him as a main event guy.
That's true.
And I'd be totally fine with that.
Because then Roode can move on to the world title.
Exactly.
That's fine. Leaning too heavily on comedy with Braun Strowman.
Yeah, don't do that.
No. I mean, it's pretty funny on some things, but let's stay...
The stuff with him and Alexa on Mixed Match Challenge, I'm fine with that.
Yes.
But when it comes to the main product, do not lean on comedy.
I mean, him bringing out the big bass was funny.
Well, I mean, I
Until
get
you
it.
broke it. Until you broke it too soon.
I get it. And I don't know why they're going with him and Elias so much. I don't understand this. But, yeah, you can't do too much comedy with him because then when he does this monstrous stuff, nobody's going to care. If you do too much comedy, then it's going to be like, oh, yay for him. Yeah. Just so it took a long time for people to care about Mark Henry after Sexual Chocolate.
Yeah.
You went from a comedy thing to it. See how long it took from Sexual Chocolate to the Hall of Pain? Yeah, it was a long time.
That was a long time, yes.
So you can't sit there and depend on comedy for a big guy because then he'll just be a big goofball and no one will care. I did see a picture recently though, and it was Braun Strowman and it said, "Wow, they gave a lot of steroids to Eugene. He's huge.
I saw that picture.
Huge."
That is true.
Because it does look like him. It's kind of creepy.
That is it. Up next, we have number 8. Expect Elimination Chamber and Fastlane to sell themselves.
It's not going to happen because I'm hearing that tonight, right now, Elimination Chamber, if you're in the area, you better jump on it because they were doing buy one, get one free tickets.
Oh.
Don't do that.
No.
That's a problem.
That is a problem. So that's why they're cutting down to 1 a month.
And maybe that's what they're doing that for. Yes, absolutely. Because Wrestlemania is the only pay-per-view every year that sells itself.
That's true.
Only one.
So they say, ooh, tickets are a little sluggish. Throw Ronda in there, and that's about it.
Right. Oh, she's got to sign her contract.
Plus, it hurts, too, that the year in waiting, Roman Reigns is pretty much, we know where he's going.
You know exactly where
If
you're
they
going.
don't change that up, then you're like, okay, we knew a year out.
Right.
That hurts.
It does hurt.
We're looking at one great match of 7 competitors. First time ever, history-making Elimination Chamber.
But you know the ending.
But you know the ending.
Now, if they would have already announced this stuff like they did Rock and John Cena,
yes.
No one would be harping on that.
Nope.
Be like, okay, well, we know that's the main event. Great. So then the Elimination Chamber could be used for something else.
Intercontinental title.
Exactly.
Yeah, so, but yeah, you're right. So if they swerve us tonight and go off script, then people will talk and wonder what they're doing. But if not, if boom, 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 Superman punch, spear, 1, 2, 3, Roman Reigns wins, and okay, well, we've known this all the time. So they get what they want.
Yep. And
if it's being the main event, well, you'll see a lot of people probably starting to leave after all the matches except for the main event to start.
Right. Number 7, booking Carmella to lose her briefcase.
No,
I mean, as long as she's held on to it, she needs to win the belt.
Mm-hmm.
Which is that's the part that kind of sucks of them getting rid of James Ellsworth when they did, because the whole point would be him helping her win the belt.
Yes.
So.
Yes, they're in a holding pattern with her too, so I don't know what's
going on. They are. They're just kind of like, you just wait here, we'll figure something out later.
Yeah, we're going to wait till let you do what Seth did at WrestleMania and cash in at WrestleMania.
Possibility.
Number 6, thinking Ronda Rousey will solve everything.
I hope they don't do that. I hope they're not thinking that way.
I don't think that way either.
Now,
because Brock hasn't solved everything.
Now, when it comes to media, her and doing interviews and stuff, absolutely, that's the woman you want on the forefront.
Yes.
Because if you hear these 2 names as your champion, who's your champion right now? Charlotte? Okay, that's great. That's Ric Flair's daughter. Oh, Ronda Rousey's your champion right now? Oh, yes, this is Good Morning America. I'd like to speak to Ronda Rousey. Oh, this is Live with Kelly and Ryan. I'd like to speak with Ronda Rousey. Oh, this is Sports Center. Oh, this is this place. They're going to want to talk to Ronda Rousey. So when it comes to crossover promotion, she is a solution to that.
Oh yeah, that is true.
I mean, of course, she's not going to solve everything because she's still got to prove herself to be able to do the sports entertainment.
And will we get some WrestleMania hint of what she's going to do tonight?
Stephanie. Yes. Which I don't understand this part of it where they're saying that they want to use Ronda to solidify.
I know. I don't like that. I don't understand either.
That part doesn't make any sense. Solidify Stephanie McMahon as like this major player. I'm like, she's been there since the Attitude Era. I think she's solidified. I think they're saying that they want her to be, they want her to use Ronda Rousey to make Stephanie a household name. And I'm like, if you think of WWE, you pretty much think of Stephanie as well as Vince.
I know.
So that part is kind of confusing to me.
One thing I did see, which would be interesting, would throw a monkey wrench in this stuff.
Okay.
It says she ends up signing with SmackDown and doesn't sign with Raw.
Mm.
There goes your
Stephanie situation.
And there goes your match. Hunter and Stephanie versus Shane and Ronda.
Right.
There's a match.
Because now Stephanie's pissed at Shane, and Stephanie's also pissed at Ronda Rousey. That's a way you could do it.
Yeah, that throws a match in there. She ends up signing with. They say that she pulled a Bautista. You know how.
Right.
You know, he's going to sign to face the champion. He ends up facing Hunter.
Right.
So I mean, that would work. That would be a thing.
I'm okay with that.
That would tease something.
Right. Number 5.
Yes.
Forgetting about Finn Balor.
Yeah, don't forget about Finn Balor. Well, he should take out Miz tonight.
Right.
Which Miz took out him in the gauntlet match, so that'd be 1-1. So
You're either going to get Finn versus Miz for the Intercontinental, or you're going to get a 6-man tag with the Balor Club versus the Miz.
Yeah, so they're starting that tonight.
You're going to get one of those 2 options on that match.
Making that 6-man be saved for freaking Raw.
I understand that. I'm just saying.
But that gets everybody.
Everybody in the
that
matches.
gets everybody in the matches. Even though you have the Andre Giant Memorial Battle Royal.
Goldberg going to win that.
Well, they better even announce it.
Right.
Number 4, expecting Nakamura to sell Mania verbally.
That's not going to happen.
No, neither can Asuka. She had a little trouble with her words on Raw. She tripped over a little bit.
Yes.
And Nakamura is a lot worse than she is. So
Yeah,
yes.
you can understand Asuka a lot better than Nakamura.
Yes.
So, I mean, that's where AJ's going to come into play, if he's the champion. Is AJ's going to have to sell it verbally.
Yes, but you don't have to sell it. People want it.
People do want
Once AJ gets the win at Fastlane, they're set. And put them in the main event, you're done. People won't leave.
People aren't going to. I mean,
leave if it's Brock and Roman. They will leave.
People aren't going to leave.
They will leave because they know the outcome. They don't care. They know the outcome of shithead standing tall over somebody with a title.
That's Wrestlemania. They're not going to leave. But that's not going to be the main event. I guarantee you AJ and Nakamura's not going to be the main event. But, you know, back in the day, you could be a face and still have a manager. It would be okay for Nakamura to have a mouthpiece.
They don't have faces. They don't have mouthpieces
but they
anymore.
used to.
You're right. Number 3, splitting Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn.
Is it too soon?
No.
They're saying this would be a mistake.
This was a mistake, yes.
And I do believe it is what it is. But that's the direction it looks like it's going in. Or is it a big swerve?
Oh, I think it's going that way.
I mean, I don't want to see Kevin Owens versus Sami Zayn at WrestleMania.
Well, we're going to probably see
We saw Kevin Owens versus...
going to be the face.
Right? That would be different, wouldn't it?
Yeah, Sami's going to stab him in the back, even though he looks like... Cause he doesn't
I mean, that part would be different.
All he's going to tell you what he's going to do. He's going to lay down for him. They're going to finish everybody off, and he's going to lay down and let...
I mean, that does sound weird. That does sound like, hey, I'm going to turn on you. So, if Sammy's the heel, at least it makes the match a different dynamic.
Yes.
Because we've had so many Sammy versus Owens matches, it's not even funny.
No.
And I understand that they're going, like, their whole MO is to feud forever. Like, they even had a shirt for that.
That's true.
So I get it, but making Sammy the heel, that would make it a lot better. Because
It's different. I mean, it's a switch. I mean, they go that route.
Switch it up.
We'll switch it up as Sammy is.
They do good matches. I'm not saying they don't
face.
do good matches. I just say, you know, I like fresh matches.
And haven't been at WrestleMania.
That's true. Maybe that's one thing they want to do is best friends. Let's have a WrestleMania moment together.
So they can always have that. We have a WrestleMania match.
Right.
So.
Number 2, selling Roman Reigns as a sympathetic challenger to Brock Lesnar. No.
No.
That's the part that doesn't make any sense to me. He can't be the dominant hero and the damsel in distress. You can't have it both ways.
He's a big dog.
He's a big dog.
Yes.
But he's hurt. He's this and that and the other. You can't do it that way.
No.
He's either a dominant person or he's the underdog. You can't be the big dog and the underdog at the same time.
No,
you can't be John Cena and Rey Mysterio. You can't be Hulk Hogan and Daniel Bryan all at the same time. It doesn't work.
No, it doesn't work.
With your D'Lo Brown vest on.
But that's what they want to do.
That's what they're trying to do. Merge.
Oh, feel so sorry for Roman. Can't do. Please,
He can't do it. He can't make it.
And number 1 on the countdown, teasing a match they won't follow up on. Daniel Bryan in a match.
I mean, they've been teasing
Oh,
him
they have been teasing it.
for a long time.
They have been teasing it.
Making it look like him and Shane are going to come to blows, but we can't touch Daniel Bryan. It's just aggravating.
It is.
And now, is this just a ploy because they know he's going to leave because he can't wrestle? So they're just messing with the fans just to piss the fans off because they know he's going to leave. So they're like, you know what?
He's part of it too because he has to be part of it.
I mean, but you have to do what you're told to do. You're under contract.
Yeah, that's true.
So, he may know that this is not going anywhere, but at the same time, he's doing what he's told to do, but then they can't follow up on it.
That is true.
So
I'll have to wait and see. I mean, like I said, these next 2 pay-per-views will tell
now,
sign here.
it would be amazing if they finally went through with it, and lo and behold, they've been waiting to pull the trigger because the WWE doctor finally gave in and said that he was cleared, and they just haven't told anybody. They keep telling everybody the WWE doctor says he's not cleared, not cleared, not cleared. I mean, that's almost like when the Hardys came to WrestleMania and they were hidden and nobody knew about it.
Yeah.
That's the same concept. You want a huge surprise? Have him wrestle at WrestleMania. That's huge.
Yeah.
That will help WrestleMania tremendously.
Oh, jeez, you ain't kidding. I don't care what kind of match he's in.
Right. So that would be big. But it also could be just a big swerve of nothing happened.
It could be. We'll have to find out.
But
These next few weeks.
Exactly.
Will
But
be interesting.
that is it for part 1 as we get one step closer to the Elimination Chamber tonight.
Yep.
We got part 2 with Pro Wrestling Review of the Monday Night Wars, August the 4th
Through the 25th.
of 1997.
Come on back. I'm Mike Hogan.
And I'm just a guy.
We'll see a few clicks right here at Top Rope Reality. On the YouTube.
And Facebook.
Not Facebook Live.
No.
Been there, done that. Got the t-shirt.
That's true.
Yes.